Let's take a deep dive into two new content creator packs, that's City Stations by BadPeanut and Office Evolution by Titan, the free anniversary update because the City Skyline franchise turned 11 years old this month, plus two new additions that would change your gameplay forever, including how you deal with traffic. Yes, you heard me right. In fact, one of these new additions is so big, it will probably bring me back to playing vanilla. I know, I'm shocked too. If you're looking forward to the video today, then grab a cup of tea, sit back and relax as we dive into all the new stuff. Right, let's start off with the City Stations Creator Pack by BadPeanut, and we've got stuff for buses, trains, trams, subway, and we've got some secret stuff over here. Don't look at that, don't look at it, we'll get to that later. So for the buses, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 additions that we can take a look at, and we've got a compact bus station. You may have seen that in the introduction, and as we go along, I'm going to have a look at the recolor options for these as well, and the upgrades. So a lot of these have upgrades. They also have the bus line tool or the tram tool or the subway tool built into them as an option, which I think is fantastic because a lot of the other ones didn't. Then you had to come into here, and then you're scrolling through all sorts of things. You know, if you've got mods and stuff as well, this gets quite chock-a-block. I think that's a nice little neat addition, but yeah, we can add that on there as well if we wish. And with the color customization that's now built into the game, look at that, we have all sorts of options available to us. That's going to change the wall, I think. This one's going to change, yeah, the little detail along the top. That is like a horrible colour I've chosen there. We can reset that. But that's a compact bus with the upgrade there, the electric bus. This is a really cool one. I like this. A small city bus station. No upgrades for this one, but it's sort of sunken down like this, as you can see, below the height of the road, which I think is really cool. I love that idea. And we've got all sorts of different bus stops and things available there, and as we said, no upgrades, just the line tool. Now keep an eye on some of these parts of the building that we've got up here, the little roofs and things, because there's also props available with this pack which are just going to be great for detailing and stuff like that. Here we have the large city bus station, so a bit of parking. Oh, we didn't try the colour on the last one, so we'll have a look at that. This has some options available too, but before we do that, let's just double check the color changes we can do on here. So the middle platforms have a color option. I don't know what that one's changing. Let's just move around here. Maybe nothing for that one. And this one here, yep, changing the roof at the front there. So lots of options. I have to put them back to what they were originally. Very nice. This one's got some upgrades. So we have the subway interface, which adds this little doohickey on here. So let's have a look. That's without it, and it just takes that little bit of space that was empty and adds that on. There we go. Now we get the subway sounds because we've got the subway connection. We also get extra platforms. So you can see at the back we've got this space that can get filled in with some extra platforms. So we have, oh dear, yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 options there. Let's maybe take a look at the color changing we can do on here, the customization. So again, we've got the platforms in the middle, although not the sub building. And I think that is something that the devs were aware of. So they'll be taking a look at that. There's nothing for that one. I'm assuming this one here is going to change. Nothing either. Okay, I was waiting for this one to change, but of course that's a sub building. Hopefully they'll sort that where we can, yeah, change the color on sub buildings too. That would be great. And then finally for buses, we have the city centre bus station. I mean, this is much, much bigger. Oh, look at that little prop there. We'll be coming back to that. I have all the parking for the buses out the back. And yeah, a lot going on in here. Let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buses we can add there. Bus lines, extra platforms. So where is that? Oh, that's going to double up on each of those. Yep. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, that makes sense, which is really cool. And then we have the subway interface, which again is going to add into this space at the bottom. Access via the park. And we've got the subway below, which is really very nice indeed. Let's just take a quick look at this. Yep, so changing some of those. Oh, this is changing the concrete out the front. Okay. And this one is changing the roof. Yeah, very cool. Okay, excellent. I'll just set that back to what it was before. So those are the options for buses. Plus, just down here, we have this, which is... Oh, it doesn't actually give you the name on there. Okay, let's dive into here. We're on the road tab. Click that one for the creator pack. The architectural bus stop shelter. There we go. That's like a nice bendy piece of wood and somewhere to sit as well. Again, I think it's one of these. Yeah, so this one changes the colour of the bench. Very nice. I think this one changes the roof, if I remember correctly. No. Oh, yeah, there we go. It's the detail at the back. So you could set those up to match your lines. That would be very good. And something else to keep in mind, which I think is very cool. This is the large city bus station. I plopped it down again over here, and it's entirely different. Look at that. It's changed the props that are on the top, the roof, and the style and the design, which I think is brilliant. And then I did it again, and we get a different colour here. We get a different colour subway entrance at the front. So we've got this roof. What is going on with my mouse? We've got this roof. And then we've got this roof over here, and we've got a different one over there. So there are lots of different versions available of these roofs and props and things like that, which is really cool as well. Okay, let's dive into our trains. So we have 4 stations for the trains. The first one over here is the compact rail yard, which I'm really fond of that one. That is very good for taking up less space. I know we have like mods that will give us that, but to have this sort of thing in vanilla is fantastic. So what is this actually giving us? Let's have a look in here. So 18 employees, 7 extra vehicles that we can have, and then we've got extra tracks that we can add on as well. So I think if can we fit that in on here? Yeah, if we just pop that in on there. There we go. So that will give us an extra, up to 11 vehicles now, which is cool. And then we've got access to these 2 rail line tools in here as well, of course, the cargo and the passenger. That's very good. I'm pretty sure these upgrades are unlimited, so if you had the space, which I haven't got here, you could add even more. Very good. Let's just double check the oldie colouring. Yeah, we've got the roof, we've got the back wall, and just zoom out, see if I can spot anything there. Oh yeah, the detailing around the top. Very nice. Next, we have the sunken bypass train station, which I really like this. I like the way the parking is put out the front as well. Nice sweeping design. Got some flowers and trees and bushes and whatnot planted in there. But obviously it's sunken, as you can see, below the road. I believe this one has, quite a few additions here. So we have an island platform. So we'll look down the middle here, and that will add on another platform. We have a bus terminal, which will take some of the space out the front here, which was parking before, and turn it into a nice bus area. And then we have a subway interface, which I believe squeezes in at the front over here. And I'm 99% sure that if we go into our train tab and we select this one, that we're going to get some different versions of the basic one. Let's just pop a couple down there. Yeah, we've got a different color, and a different style roof as well. Let me just see, there's another one. Yeah, it seems to be just the 2 different roof designs, this more closed-in option and the open option. They come in various colours, and then, of course, the subway ones, we've seen some of those before, but they've got some different designs as well. Very, very good. Then we'll come over to here. Oh, I like this one. Oh, I like this one with the bridges and all the parking underneath. We've got like a little shop, maybe hire your cars or something like that. So this is obviously a raised, elevated bypass train station. Let's just have a look around the back of that one as well. Yeah, looking very good. I do like that. What options do we get on here? So we have an island platform again. So I'm guessing that's going to be down the centre there. That would make sense. There we go. So that's going to give us even more options. What's that there? Passenger rail line, of course. I thought that was the cargo one. We've got the bus terminal, which is going to take some of the space. There we go. At the car park, as expected, and then a subway interface over the side there. I would also imagine with this one, there's a couple of different roof designs. There we go. Again, from what I can see, it's 2 different roof designs. So we have this glass open top roof design that goes over the platforms, and then, of course, the subway entrance. We have those 2 as well, which is really cool. Just want to see how the colours on here can be adjusted. So we've got the outer platforms up there, Maybe, oh, the whole building, look at that. So we can pick some funky colours for that. Then we turn this one up and we've got the brick wall along the front. Excellent. Did we try on this one? I don't think we did. Let's just give that a quick go. There we go. Yep, the platforms. Nothing that I can see for that one, unless I'm blind. If I'm blind, you can tell me. And we've got the front wall down there. Very cool, very cool. Right, so last of all, we have the City Central train station, which again has this huge sweeping roof, which, I mean, I am always loving the details on these things. All the turnstiles. Yeah, I've been to train stations that just look exactly like that on the inside. That is very, very cool. Well, there's that prop again. Yeah, we will come back to that again a little bit later on. Very nice, very nice. And I like the way this walkway is held up over here. Cable tied, cable stayed, whatever the technical name would be. What do we got in here? Got 8 vehicles available. And, oh man, there's a lot of stops in there, isn't there? What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow. That is good. So what have we got? A tunnel link. Adds tunnel connections to each track, passing below the main entrance and road, converting the station from a terminus to a through station. Oh, okay. We can see on the end here. So if we add that in and then go underground, look at that. We can now add in, yeah, like it says, it's a through station instead of, and that's all built in underneath here. That is so clever. So what was that? Let me just take that away. I like the way we can delete these now so we can see. I guess it's going to be a wall. Yeah, there we go. It's just a wall. Add that in. It's a through station. Cool. Then we've got a subway interface, which will probably go down here somewhere. Nope, went over the back here. There we go. So connected to that path, connected the way in and out. Botanical gardens? What? Ooh. So is it going to put all of these other rails underground? Let's have a look. It does. They're all underground, and you can actually see them through the botanical garden. Oh wow, look at that. That's just nuts, isn't it? How do you come up with these ideas? BadPeanut. That is brilliant. I am liking that a lot. I want to see if this has got any different surfaces for the top here. Also, before we do that, let's do our color changing. There we go. We've got the platforms. We've got, yeah, little details down here on the side walls, which are probably affecting something under here as well. Yeah, down here. And then the last one, I was hoping we'd get a color option for the roof, but oh yeah, it's doing some details in there as well. Let's just place this one down again and see what other options we get. We jump into here. Well, this is a unique building. You place these once in your city, but by the clever use of mods, yeah, we can have a few of those. And there's 2 different colors that you can have with the roof. Okay, let's have a look at the options we have for a tram. So we have the compact refurbished tram depot. It's got the look here of an old warehouse, perhaps, that's been refurbished, as it says in the name. Let me have a look in here. Looking very nice. So, oh man, this is holding an absolute ton of trams, and I'm loving the detail on this one. Let's just take a look. We pop out around this way, and what have we got in there? 12 vehicles, but we can add a new tram shed, which give us another 6, and that just pops out the back as well. That is brilliant for inside your inner cities. Nice and compact. Let's check ye olde colours. So we've got the walls that go around. We've got some of the detail on the wall as well. And then, is this changing something I can't see? No, so it's just those 2. Excellent, and that was all the upgrades. Then we've got the tram line tool there as well. This I really like. A small tram plaza. So it looks like it's in and out in both directions. Let me just give that a go. Could I set this one up in my city? No, I don't want to get that, do I? I want this. Yes, you can. Very good. So you can literally have that as a... I set it up so the tram went in and left, but obviously you can have it as a through as well, which is really nice. No upgrades for that. We have maybe some colour options at all. Nothing changing for that one. Oh, we can change the bottom of the plaza there and some of the details as well. I am wondering whether these two have any different roofs. I bet this one does. We'll come back afterwards and check the roofs. Why not? We'll do it all in one go. So a large tram plaza. I just love that sweeping roof. Is just, I just want to be able to place that down and build a park underneath it. I wonder whether I'll be able to do that. Foreshadowing. Look at this thing though. It's lovely. It is lovely. Does that have a... Yep, you can get out the back there too. We have a tram yard. Oh, okay. Stores and maintains trams as well. Now that is nice. That, oh man, that is tiny. That is brilliant. I like that a lot. Let's have a look at the LD colours and see what we can adjust here. If I go like this, might be able to see. So nothing for that one. Oh, yep, we've got the base for that one. And maybe nothing for that one either. Oh yeah, some little details there. Okay. Now this one here is a train terminal plaza. Did that one have any upgrades? No, that was it. We had the lot. Again, we've got this lovely little clock prop that we've got there. So this is a terminal. We can see they all come in at the back and they will stop there. Tons of stops. How many stops is this thing giving us? A ton. You can count them up if you wish. And we've got a subway interface, which is added on the front down there. Very nice. I'm going to go back and check all the roofs and stuff. Oh, we can colour this roof. We can colour the base and colour the details. Right, let me plop some of these down, see what we get. Oh, hang on. Before we do that, hold on. We've got this. We've also got... What is that thing called? If I click this here, it is the Architectural Tram Stop Shelter, which looks very, very swish. And again, this has got some colour changing options there. We've got the roof that we can adjust. Very nice. We've got the seats that we can adjust. And then I think we've got the detail on the side that we can adjust as well. Right, let's check the roof situation. There we go, a couple of roof options. So the small tram plaza has this style of roof as well, and the large tram plaza has that style of roof. This one at the end here, the tram terminal plaza, that is also a unique building you can only place once, but I used some mods and yeah, that is the one roof option for that one. Right, next on the list is the subway. So first of all, we have the compact subway yard. So that's going to give it 30 flipping vehicles. Good grief. Where are they all going to fit inside this building? There's a lot going on in there, isn't there? Excellent. This also has some upgrades as well. Extra tracks, so they can give you an additional 6, as we can see there. So that is, yeah, that's probably the maintenance at the back there, isn't it? And this is the connection to the rest of the city, which is very cool. Again, just a quick fiddle with the colours. So we've got the roof, not the sub-building, but that's fine. And then we've got, yeah, some of the detailing on the roof too. And then we have the very cute small subway plaza, which I'm going to assume has got a cut. Oh, that is a drop down there. We've got some escalators going down into the track underneath. Does this have any upgrades? It does. So we've got a lower extra platform underneath, so you can just about see it's adding another platform at the back and the rail underneath, and a small bus terminal as well. Ah, okay, excellent. So where is that adding the bus thing? Let's just grab our bus. Boom, 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 boom. Well, we can see it there, can't we? It's adding it on the top. Oh, okay. So we've got 3 bus stops that are then added onto there. Very nice. I'm going to assume this has definitely got some different roof options. So nothing on that one. Bit of detailing on that one. And a little bit of detailing. So this roof is going to stay as it is. We'll come back and see whether there's any extras. Elevated bypass subway station. This is really giving me some City Skylines 1 vibes with this one. I'm liking the look of that. And the fact we can pop some roads underneath as well. I think that was an autosave. That's why my mouse is jumping around like that. Got some good upgrades. Small bus terminal. So that is adding something over the back here. Yeah, there we go. We'll add that in. And then we've also got extra platforms as well. Oh, nice. Okay, very good. So what's that giving us? Oh, loads of platforms there. And then we've got the bus stops either side over here. So I'm guessing, yeah, they can drive up there and then come out the other side. That makes total sense. Excellent. And then this one. Oh my goodness me. This one I am going to love. So the sunken subway park. Who remembers the big old sunken subway park? The name escapes me from City Skylines 1, but we can add a roof. But I'm not going to do that at the moment because I want to add the extra platforms. And now suddenly look at it. And we saw this in the intro. We've got all of these lines running all over the place, which is absolutely brilliant. Which I think we can just build a humongous thing around that park, buildings, you name it, you can do it. We can also add paths to this as well. If we get nice and close, and that's the same all the way around. I just don't get too close and clip into it. Let me just turn off my snapping. There we go, like that. So we can give access into that from different places. And then the roof that we add on as well, I think it's only the one architectural style of roof. Can I? Yeah, I think it's just that one sort, but that is a lovely looking building as well. I'm thinking that this is, let's go into here. Yeah, that is also a unique building. So there is a unique building for each of these. I didn't mention about the bus one, but that is unique as well. There we go. That's the city centre bus station. Let me see if there's any different roofs for these ones. Yeah, a couple of different roof options. So for the small subway plaza, we get that style of roof. And then for the elevated one, we have these two styles of roofs. Oh, let me just try this one. This is unique. So I'm thinking that is the only style. Yep, indeed, it is the only style of roof. But I just think that's brilliant. The fact you can see all the way down in there and see what's going on with all your rail lines. I love it. Now, these here. Oh my goodness me, how we have waited for this. Again, there were some modded versions of these available, but I never managed to get them work, and they crash my game all the time. What are we talking about here? We are talking about overpasses. So if we come into your landscaping option, pathways, you can filter it like that, and we have these four different options: small pedestrian overpass, medium pedestrian overpass, large pedestrian overpass, and extra large pedestrian overpass. And as you can see, these for the different sizes of roads. The extra large, we'll talk about that one in a moment, but of course we've got the small, medium and large roads. We don't have extra large roads. Everything in large is the same width. We can use it with highways with a bit of fiddling. Yeah, we'll talk about that, but this is what they look like. So if we just grab one of the small ones in here, so when you're placing this down, it's easy to see which way you'd like to face it by which side of the road you put your cursor on. So like that or like this, and it overhangs just ever so slightly the footpath, and then there's space to walk past. And there's also some little seats at the top as well if they want to sit and watch the traffic. And what's interesting, it does give, if I remember correctly, like a park bonus. Yeah, outdoor recreation bonus. And I've placed quite a few of these down. You can see there's all sorts of different designs. So we've got like the square rooftop design, we've got the open rooftop design, we've got the glass rooftop design, and there's all the different colors that they come in. So depending on what they look like when you place them, you may want to replace them again. We'll check the colors on those at the end once we've gone through them. So that's the same for all of these. So if we select the medium pedestrian overpass, there we go. Again, depending on which side of the road you put your cursor, you can have these. And again, we've got like the glass sort of open version, the square version, and then the totally open version as well. We'll come back to what's going on there in a moment. Same works with the large pedestrian overpass. We can see that they have the same three different variants, but these have upgrades. So the small one does not have an upgrade. The medium one does have an upgrade. And it says on here, adds a staircase to the center of the overpass, allowing access to divided roads with widened medians. So if I pop that on there, I've actually got Anarchy on, so I'll turn that off. We'll pretend we're in vanilla. It doesn't allow me to place that in there. But if we upgrade this road, which is a medium road with a median in the middle, so let's just do that. What about now? No, we still can't do it. I could force it with mods, but we're talking about vanilla here. No, that's not working. Now, if you've played the game for a while, you'll probably know that there is a way around that. So we've got the option here of wide sidewalk and grass. Now, these at the moment talk about the sidewalk and the grass for the side of the road. I have mentioned maybe let's just change the wording on those because you can upgrade the middle as well. Now, you might just know that from playing, but if you were just reading, you wouldn't know. But if I upgrade that either with the concrete or with the grass, it works with either. In my mind, concrete would just be a bit more obvious to go in there rather than walking on the grass. We can then add that in with no problem at all, and that goes down there, which is absolutely brilliant. Back over here, I was just trying out a little something. So we've got a road here with a wide median with trams running down there, the tram lines, and we can add a tram stop in the middle, which is something you can always do. But now, instead of walking across the road to get to this, they can take the staircase up and down the other side, which makes much more sense. I have noticed it's clipping through the tram thing there. I might have placed that down where with Anarchy on, but anyway, you get the idea of how that works. And that's the same on the wide roads. I was just trying it out here. We've got the tram stop in the middle. We've added the little upgrade. It's got the same. And this one here actually is the extra large. So if we go back here, this is the large. So we can upgrade that one. Adds in the middle. This is the extra large. So you get all the same sizes, all the same options, I should say, in extra large. And it just sets it a little bit further back from the road. Now, you can use some of these on a different size road. So, for instance, let's just take... So, the small one is only ever going to fit on the small one. It's not going to work there. The medium one, you can actually use on a smaller road. So, you could do that. But it does have a bit of a pop-up of no pedestrian access. What you can do... Let's just see if I can do this. If I turn off the snapping... And I think if I get that a little bit nearer on one side, it's still not liking it. Maybe we can't use these on smaller roads then. I thought you can. Maybe your mileage may vary. But this large one works overlapping the side a little bit. So we can go with that. But those, I mean, at junctions and things like this. So let's say you've got a very busy junction like this. Bizical? Who's making up words like that? All the cars trying to come in, you've got traffic lights. Normally what I would do if I was fixing traffic is I would say, let's remove all of those, because quite likely further down the road, there would be other stops, other crosses, other stops, that sort of thing. So that would keep this super busy junction free. What you can do now is remove those, but of course we can then add, which one do we want? The medium. Let's put the snapping on. There we go. We can add these onto here. So I would maybe put them just a little bit back from the road, like so. Again, you might want to replace them to get the different designs, but something like that, which means immediately you're going to stop. I would say about 90% of the people crossing the road. I just pluck that figure out of the air because we know the way that the game works. Everybody has a comfort mode, figure, whatever, and if they still want to cross the road, they're going to cross the road. But most other people would go over the top of these, and that is just going to be one of the two game-changing things. We're going to come to the other one in a moment, but all of these come in this pack. This is the City Stations Creator Pack by BadPeanut, along with props. We've got a whole load of props. Would you, Adam, and believe it? Look at that. So we can use all of these things in all sorts of options, and this thing here, let's grab one of those. Look at this. Let's just move this. Oh no, we can't add it to the middle of that one. Hang on, there is a size we can add it into the middle to. Maybe it's the largest one. Let me just see what we can do. Okay, some of the roundabouts you can place it in the middle of. Look, I haven't got any mods on, and it's adjusting the roundabout to take that. But I just think that is funky. I do like that a lot. But then we've got all of these. We've got these little roofs and pavilions and things. We've got the small ones, so you're going to recognise these from some of all the other builds that we've got there. But we've got these larger ones, all sorts of different things. And I'm 99% sure that on these you can just change the colour. You can, which is just really, really good. That's probably going to be the legs. I'll tell you what I'll do is I'm going to pick a colour here that really stands out. Let's go for that. Yeah, and then we'll copy that, and then we can paste it onto others and see if it changes. Oh, that's an easy way of doing it, isn't it? Look at that. So all of these can be adjusted via the color menu, but these are great. Even these huge ones, look at that. They are just brilliant. So we can just sort of Yeah, angle those how you want and build some parks around them and do all sorts of things. Very, very nice indeed. So that is the first pack. Now we're going to look at the second pack that is available, and that is the Office Evolution Creator Pack by Titan. So first of all, the Office Evolution Pack comes with 3 unique buildings. As you can see here, they give you different options at the top, which I'll let you read through. Different boosts and things for your city. This one's got a super tall tower. I'm liking that. Is there a helicopter stop on the top? No. This one, oh, it's looking very swish. And this one's got something special up its sleeve, which we'll come back and have a look at. And now what you're sort of seeing here is an old style office building that's then been upgraded. And that is sort of the theme of the pack. And like this one here, old style building, been upgraded at the sides, on the roof, in the back. And if we just come along to this one, there we go. So this is Frankfort Court. And we can add on here the Frankfort Court Tower, which gives us even more bonuses. And oh my goodness, look at that. How about that for a building in your city? Fan-flipping-tastic. And then we get down to the zoning. So we go into our zoning, into office, and we have OE as the zoning option. And these are medium to large office buildings. Now, what is interesting with these? I've plopped some down here to have a look at. Now, normally with these sorts of buildings, you have a different building for level 1, level 3, and level 5. But if you'll notice, the level 4 building is slightly different, and the level 2 building is also slightly different. So BadPeanut is using the same trick. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Titan is using the same trick as BadPeanut did with having variations on these items. So if I just pick a picker, so this is the 2x2 level 1, and if I just place a load of those down, already you can see all sorts of different colors and variations available for that one. This is the level 2. So what I might just do is place a road behind so we can add some buildings onto that. There we go. And again, the level 2, you get all sorts of different colors added into there. This is the level 3. And again, different colors, different facades. The level 4. Let's just plop a few of those. So similar but different, which is good, which is going to add a lot of variety. I'm really liking that. And then if we swing around here and do the level 5, yeah, there we go. We can see they're changing as we're popping those down as well. So yeah, even though the main sort of change between 1, 3 and 5 is still there, the changes on the intermediate ones is looking very good as well. And if we use Find It to help us out, we can see the different lot sizes that we have available for this in all the different 5 levels. So we're just going to have a look along here. Now, I will check the recolor options on these in a moment, but you can see the theme that's been going on here. The slight upgrades to the building as time goes on is the idea we've got. So the old building, color variations, upgraded with a shop or such below, then the whole side of the building's upgraded, and then it's into a big tower. And that is a theme that repeats across all these different sizes that we've got down here. And I just think these buildings look absolutely fantastic. I've just sort of placed them all out here, but as we've seen already, this isn't all of them, is it? Because we're going to get variations on each of these as well. Is that green thing on the top there? Looking very, very cool. There we go, right to the end. Some of these have got some cool builds out the back as well, but these are an absolutely lovely pack of buildings. So let's just try a little color test. We're going to grab this one here and we are going to make this crazy so it stands out. There we go. We'll have a bit of red, we'll have a bit of purple. Where we go? Yellow on there. There we go. And then what should we go for on here? There we go, a bit of light blue. I'm going to copy that. I really wish we could then automatically click on other buildings and have it put on there, but we'll have to go through these individually, and it just looks like all of these are going to be available. I'm going to just randomly pick a couple here. Yeah, all the facades all have the option, the roofs, the sides, which is absolutely brilliant. So this is what we want. Now that we're moving forward, my understanding was that obviously this, well, it's not my understanding, it's true. This wasn't available when the first region packs and things were made. So the way the buildings were made didn't always necessarily conform to this, but moving forward, hopefully, any official packs we get will conform to this, which will be great, which will also work along with recolor as well, as we've seen the recolor mod, which gives us a few extra little tools. And I know we can click set all, can't we? So if I just pick that one, paste and set all, yeah, it will only ever do the level ones, which we haven't got any of those, so that's why I'm doing it manually. But yeah, you've always got the recolor mod if you want the extra tools like the paintbrush and things like that. But yeah, these are brilliant. I'm absolutely loving that pack, Office Evolution Creator Pack by Titan, and I've just popped some in here just in sort of blocks, just so we can sort of see how they look. But yeah, absolutely beautiful buildings, whether you're zoning whole sections of these or whether you'll just carefully place them in amongst other stuff you've built. I even think some of these would fit in Kettlewick, our British build city, which, by the way, if that sounds exciting to you and you're not already subscribed, get subscribed. We'll have more videos of that coming out very, very soon. So how about some anniversary patch goodness? 11 years old is the City Skylines franchise. Speaking backwards, I am. And we've got this, the Ice Flake Arena, which is available to everybody. This will be ploppable in your city. And yeah, I'm really liking that building. That is a funky looking building, and no upgrades available. I believe there is a lot of color variation, boink, there we go, that we can do on that, which is really, really cool. Let's just set it back to what it was. It looks a lot nicer, but that is available. I'm pretty sure as well that is a unique building. There it is. I knew it was there. Yeah, so that's free to place, and it's got a nice attractiveness and some nice other bonuses as well. Very, very good. And also we've got this here. I've just put zoning, because I'm super excited about this being added to vanilla. What do you notice is wrong with that road? Yes, zoning toggling has been added. So we've got the tool down here and it's a very basic way of doing it, but so far I'm liking it. So let's just pick a road that's got all the zoning. I've just clicked the tool. If I left click on this side, we can see what it's going to remove. Left click, it's gone. Other side, left click, it's gone. Right click, it comes back. Right click, it comes back. That is basically it. And it just works, which is what you want. So if we go around the corner like that, let's grab the tool again. So left click, it removes that. So now the zoning is facing this road instead of, if you put it all back, looking at that, you would have no clue which way your buildings are going to zone. Or we can maybe take it off that road, and now the zoning is all facing the front, which is really good. So the devs will probably continue to tweak this as time goes along, but I was playing a vanilla game the other day just to see how it worked, and man, that just saves you from doing all of the nonsense that we've had before, where you're doing this to block the zoning. I don't want people zoning there, I want it on the front. You don't need to do that anymore. Fantastic addition. We also have a new encyclopedia. Okay, so we've had tips available to us for a long time, but if we click the advisor up in the corner, we now get a much improved and grown encyclopedia. And to be honest, there is so much information here that covers every aspect of the game. It's fantastic. It's split down into smaller sections up here if you wish to have a look at those. So roads, zones. Yep, you can see the titles at the top here of all the different things that it's going to tell you about. So for somebody that's new to a game, this is just brilliant. And I honestly have no idea about what's happening with the console version, but this is just the sort of thing that I would imagine having in a console version of the game. I don't know why. I mean, you could obviously have it in the PC version as well, because that's what we've got. But just in my mind, adding things like this, I mean, it's going to help all players anyway. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. You can search for words. So if you look for traffic, it's going to highlight all the different words to do with traffic in the section that you're looking at. Let's have a look in here. Yeah, we could jump through into here. Probably some traffic options in there as well. I don't know, maybe not. Oh, that's good. It hasn't got the word in there anymore. I didn't see that when you... Oh, I see. So traffic, now it's shown all the ones that have got traffic in. Okay, yeah, that makes much more sense. Let's pick that one there. Yep. So you can learn about all sorts of things in the new encyclopedia. I'm not going to go through it all. You can have a look at that for yourself. So as well as those items being in the base vanilla game, there is also some updated Windows textures. So I'm going to put a little GIF on the screen that you can see. For some of the items, you might have to replot them, replace them to get that. But I think generally speaking, you'll be okay. There's also 3 larger bug fixes that have been put into the game. So they say, while we're in the process of finding out permanent solutions to many of the reported bugs, we have added a temporary fix for some of them in our anniversary patch. For example, office demand has several underlying issues that we're still working on, such as signature buildings sometimes preventing the demand completely. One issue we identified was that the demand was being limited too heavily by local consumption within the city, even though offices should be able to sell their services globally. We have relaxed this limitation, which means you should be seeing more reasonable office demand after the patch is applied. That's something that's happened to me a couple of times, putting down some of the signature buildings, losing all office demand completely, and then slowly over time it disappearing, although quite often in Kettlewick it comes back again. But if that's troubled you, then that one is going to be fixed. And next we have some more information on stuck citizens. So another bug that is receiving a temporary fix is stuck citizens, especially when they're leaving the city. According to our investigation so far, there are issues with the pathfinding requests regarding outside connections, which can cause issues when the citizens want to leave. This has been solved by shortening the waiting time for the pathfinding to reset. This also affects the criminals in your city, meaning they will be less likely to get stuck infinitely in the crime scene. They go on to say, in addition to the previously mentioned pathfinding issues, citizens could also get stuck while searching for a place to live. This was especially noticeable with mixed residential buildings. I think this bug has been around for a while. In these buildings, the system checks whether there are free apartments available when citizens are looking for a home. However, due to a bug, businesses in mixed residential buildings were also counted as residents, which sometimes caused the system to think there was still housing space available, even though the remaining unit was intended for a business. We have now adjusted this logic so the system distinguishes between residential units and business spaces. Well, that was a lot of stuff to look through. So yeah, overall the anniversary patch has been a small one, but it's great to see Iceflake Studios cracking on with bug fixing, with still more to come, as they say. Plus the game-changing addition of the zoning toggle and the free stadium as well. I like that. Thank you so much, Iceflake Studios. If you wish to purchase the creator packs that I've mentioned as well, I'll leave Steam links below, and let me know what you think of all this new stuff in the comments below too. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all very soon for some more City Skylines 2.